This is Invest Now America. I'm your host. This is a time when I'm just going to, again, speak from the heart about some important issues as they relate to Black America and wealth building. Folks, let me tell you something. The reparations movement was, for the most part, resolved in 1865. That's when the Emancipation Proclamation became law of the land. I mean, that's when slavery was abolished. 1865. That's the 19th century. What century are we in today? The 21st century. So almost, not quite, 200 years. The reparations movement is rooted back in, it's a demand. I was wrong. I said the 18th century. It was really resolved in the 19th century, but it has roots going back into the 18th century. You know what I mean by that? When slavery was still the law of the land in this country, many black folk were making the argument, hey, we should repatriate. Paul Cuffey and others. It's a great book called The Loyal Blacks. Talks about how there's some groups of black folk who said, you know what, as far as I'm concerned, I was brought here under duress, prisoner of war, I'm going back. So they went back to places like what's now called Sierra Leone and Liberia. So really the reparations movement we're talking about today has its roots back in the 18th century. And then, as far as I'm concerned, really the whole reparations, repatriation question was resolved in 1865 when black folk voted with their feet. They said, well, some are going back, and none of us really, we didn't really push for reparations. We just wanted citizenship, opportunity, equal rights, voting, and access to education, things like that. So really, it was resolved back then. It was done. We voted with our feet. There wasn't a formal election, a formal discussion, and what they call a referendum on the issue. Should we repatriate? Should we be given reparations? Or should we be given a separate state within the United States? That did not happen. It probably should have happened, but unfortunately it didn't happen. So what happened is that, bottom line, black folks voted with their feet. We just said, we'll become citizens of the United States. There were plenty of opportunities for black folk to pick up and go and leave the country. And again, check out the book, The Loyal Blacks. Read about Paul Cuffey. Read about some of, I think even Abraham Lincoln was part of a repatriation organization. But for the majority of us, we just said, no, we're staying here. And when that happened, that really resolved the whole reparations issue. I mean, intellectually, it was kept alive. Now, here's my issue, though. We're wasting too much intellectual and political stuff, resources, energy on the reparations question. Hey, it's a nice intellectual question. It really is. But it's done. It's over. Here's what we need to focus on today as a people. One of our priorities. We need to emphasize opportunity. That's what thousands upon thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of folks from around the world, while they try to come into the United States, you know what they're seeking? The opportunity to pursue the American dream. They're not looking for guaranteed income. They're not looking for better social welfare benefits. They're not looking for guaranteed outcomes. Are you listening, Camilla Harris? Opportunity. They want the opportunity to pursue the American dream. They are literally risking their lives to pursue to go after the opportunity to pursue the American dream. They are literally leaving things behind, family, homes, things like that, to pursue, to have the opportunity to pursue the American dream. Some of these folks are losing their lives. They just want the opportunity to pursue the American dream. And here we are, black folk. We've been here since the 17th century. And we have too many of our black intellectuals today. It hasn't always been that way, but today. And most of those black intellectuals and so-called public servants, politicians, they're part of those poverty pimp organizations like the National Urban League and NAACP, etc. They all lean to the left radicals, Marxists, the whole bit. Folks, opportunity. That's how you spell America. Opportunity. You have the opportunity, not the guarantee, not guaranteed outcomes, not equality. The opportunity to pursue the American dream, to pursue your dream, pursue your family's dream, but to pursue the dream, build the dream and pursue the dream and build the vision. That's what America is all about. Other folks understand that. Black folk in America are losing our understanding of that. They're losing our understanding of that. You got folks coming in here from Pakistan, the Philippines, India. Go look at the stats. They are doing better as a whole, not only doing better as a whole than black folk, but even white folk too. It's a fact. Go do your research. I mean, I'm not saying that to be saying that. I know the information's out there, but I want you to go check it out and to pull it up. Don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. You go pick it up. So all this stuff about equality with white folks, are you stupid? That's stupid. First of all, that's dumb. They're not even number one as they used to be in certain areas in this country, namely finances and education. They're getting insane competition from these brown-skinned immigrants coming in. I ain't talking about the Haitians. I ain't talking about and other folks like. I'm talking about Indians, Pakistanis, Filipinos. Many of them people as dark as I am. In Nigeria, Nigerian immigrants going into Britain, go check out those stats. Go check them out. Please. You want equality with what? You want equality with people who are number 2, 3. I don't want equality unless it's before the law. I want opportunity. Okay, some white guy down the street, he has a net worth of $70,000. God bless him. And I mean that. God bless him. I hope he's able to double that and triple that and quadruple that. I have nothing, man. I have no class envy. I see rich white folk walking around. I want to go up to them and say, hey, sir, ma'am, can you tell me what you're doing? How you doing what you're doing? Can you share some information with me? Maybe give me a break, an opportunity to pursue and become as financially successful as you? Heck yeah. Oh, man, please, I wish some white millionaire would give me some money. You know what I'm going to say to him? Not only am I going to say thank you and God bless you, how can I pray for you, but I'm also going to say things like, now, when do you want me to come over and mow your lawn? What's laundry day at your house? I'll be over there. I'll be there early. Do you need some help setting up for your daughter's wedding? I'll be there. Thank you. Because I just want an opportunity. I just want an opportunity. And I like being around successful people because you learn from them. When you hang around with poor people, you learn from them too. You learn what not to do. Well, okay, I got it down pat what not to do. Now I need to learn what to do. So I don't give a flip. You black or white, you financially successful, please. I have nothing against you. You opposed to higher taxes? I'm opposed to higher taxes. You opposed to more and more regulation? I'm opposed to more and more regulation. Only thing poor people can teach you is how what not to do. Financially successful people teach you what to do. Let me go back to this reparations question. Guys, do something. If you're serious, if you're a black person who's serious about uplifting our people in the United States of America, if you are. If you're not, ignore this, because this is not the podcast for you. But if you're serious, do some reading on cryptocurrency. do some reading on cryptocurrency. There's a good book out you can start with. I think it's called Cryptocurrency for Dummies. Go to youtube.com and just put in there, what is cryptocurrency? And just listen to a few of those videos and read a book or two on cryptocurrency. Do you not understand what you're reading? Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Those folks are not talking about some stuff that happened back in 1865 or 1765 or 1665. They're talking about scientific advancement, math-based scientific advancement. They're going well into the next century and the century after that. They may take a look back, but you better believe the majority of their time is spent, and I mean like 98% of their time is spent looking forward. You want to sit down and talk to me about Steve Jobs and Elon Musk and their companies and what those companies produced? Those guys ain't whining and crying about, oh, you mistreated me. I need some money for that. Oh, pity me. No, they're saying, dude, 10, 15, 20, 50, 75, 100 years down the road, they're doing stuff that's going to have an impact that far down the road. That daggone Jeff Bezos, what's his name? Bezos looks ugly. I think what he did to his wife was ridiculous. That guy is sending people into space. He ain't worried about no crap that happened back in 1814 or 1865 or something like that. He knows about that stuff. He's probably studied it and read about it. But I bet you 98% of his time is focused on the future. He's not even looking at things that's happening on Earth. He's in space. They're talking about space travel. These guys are decades, centuries ahead. And we got these black intellectuals, these left-wing Looney Tune black intellectuals talking about, I need a check. I need a welfare check. Shut up. You embarrass me. Shut up. We need a new crew of black intellectuals. We got some of those right now in this brother. This brother put out this book called Black American Bitcoin. Go to your Google search, Yahoo search, and check that book out. Go to YouTube and check out Wall Street Trapper. Check out Black Girl Stocks. Earn Your Leisure. Check out Dr. Boyce Watkins. I don't agree with a lot of Dr. Boyce Watkins' political stance. But, man, that brother, man, he makes you think. And he ain't whining and crying constantly about the past. He's looking way into the future. He's talking about generational wealth. He's not just talking about building wealth for him and his wife. He's talking about building wealth for his children and his children's children. He's acting now and thinking about it with the future in mind. Now, look, I don't mean to be ugly or nasty to my brothers and sisters in the reparations movement, but I'm saying it's a waste of time when that's all you focused on. And I'm not saying that's all you, but overall the movement it's resolved. It's over. If white folks want to give black folks, some reparations check, that's a decision for them white folks to do. They can cut me a check. Some white person wants to give me a check for reparations. They feel guilty about what happened to black people and slavery, Jim Crow, and that stuff. They can cut me a check. I don't want the government. I don't want the government forcing them to pay reparations. That's something they need to. That's a decision they need to make. That's a personal decision, a moral decision, a spiritual decision for them to make. And trust me, once they make that decision, I'll accept their check with gladness. I will thank them. I will send them a thank you note. I'll send them the receipt, and if it's $50 or more, I'll send them a certificate.